Hey, here it is, more recognizable. I don't know why I have them. There's some Voltron tattoos. Blue lion, red lion, yellow lion, green lion, black lion, coffin of doom, and the really cool one that everyone wants. One of the most interesting parts of assembling figures, and I just kind of threw him together, is with G.I. Joe in the Transformers book. Chad and I were talking about how to do it right to set these action figures up for photos, and I'm kind of a stickler for that, to the extent where if a figure or a vehicle comes with accessories, Voltron 3 Lion Set accessories, I'll even to this day, even though I may have transformed him 30 or 40 times, I'll always look at the instructions, particularly for Transformers, because, you know, as we all know, G.I. Joe Transformers fans are sticklers for perfect vehicle accessory placement, perfect transformations. If you look at some of the Transformers like Bruticus, you know, I've seen other guides where Transformers are mistransformed, so always look at the instructions, you know, and it's educational because you'll find out things you may not have known, you know, about the figure. Let's do this for a second though while we're here. This is the Panache Place Voltron, and these were made exclusively to be played with the action figures, so each figure has a cockpit that the figure can sit in. So just for scales purposes. Here's the original by Matchbox, and here's the Panache Place version. You can see the body's bigger because it has to accommodate the figures. You know, it's not a bad vehicle because they actually came with accessories, but I still have a fondness for the more metallic ones. What I plan on doing one day is I'd love to be able to open up a toy museum, and that reminds me of what's in this box. You know, the old line from the movie, "It should be in a museum." Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I would rank this next to MASH as my second favorite playset of all time. And this has never been assembled. Just beautiful. I'm not even sure I want to break anything out, but there's the old Ark of the Covenant, really chromy, really nice. I will not assemble it. I will assemble it one day. There's all the snakes and little mummy and stuff like that. And here's, this has never been opened. Still has the wrap around it. There's our friend Indiana Jones. Where's our other friend? It's the same exact head mold. Just different colors. Pretty interesting, right? Why not? I mean, you have the Harrison Ford head. I love looking at stuff like that. That's fun. But I mean, it's a felt hat, though. Look at that hat. That's just awful. It makes it
like a sombrero.
Yeah, it's just terrible. Here we've got Tron figures. Their accessories are in another bag. These are the really old, crappy action figure cases that you'd have to kill your action figure to get out of. When Gabriel was into toys, I know it's a crappy card, but I cut it off. It has both accessories. These kind of follow the mold of the MASH figures a little bit, but they don't have the O-ring. But some of the Legend of the Lone Ranger stuff was nice. I wish I had my box of Gabriel 12-inch Lone Ranger figures here. Man, those are something. A lone Lord of the Rings figure, not a big fan. Hey, I'm looking for this. This goes atop the abominable snowman for Rudolph. You know, these wanted to be smaller size Marvel Legends, but the problem was when they scaled them down, they didn't consider that we've all had the problem with Marvel Legends. You twist the wrist and you're like, why isn't this going? Why isn't this going? Please make it go. And then it snaps. These were the worst offenders of snapping parts. I think you could see the Iron Man arm dangling because I moved it once. That's not an action figure, folks. Hey, everybody likes Hellboy. More Hellboy. There's some Hellboy. Underdog. Oh, cool. Original Power Rangers. Power Rangers make me sad. More original Power Rangers. I don't know what this is, so let's check it out, let's say. It feels squishy. Are you kidding me? Nobody doesn't like a stuffed Gorn, or a stuffed Andorian, or a stuffed Mugato. I would apologize, but they're just so cool I couldn't not get them. You ever heard of that? Zelda? The kids like this stuff. Simon's Quest, Narc, Gold Zelda, Super Mario 1, 2, and 3. Even though I probably already have them somewhere. Ooh, Star Trek Phaser. Outer Limits action figures. A giant Sin City Marv, more Outer Limits figures. Transporter series Star Trek figures. Emily the Strange from the self-titled comic book. MASH Jeep. MASH Ambulance. And then what's in here? Parademon, Clark Kent, Mr. Freeze, Steppenwolf, Firestorm, Plastic Man. I'm hoping to get a carded one tomorrow at the store. Red Tornado, Samurai, Superman, Green Arrow, Cyclotron, Brainiac, Green Lantern, Calabac, Orion. Some of these are still uncut cards. Mantis, Lex Luthor, Batman on a destroyed card, Flash. One of my favorite Aquaman figures. I love that. Martian Manhunter, Mr. Miracle, Shazam, Darkseid, the Joker, Robin. I wonder where my Wonder Woman went. I have her card. Super Amigos, Cyborg. Hey, I'm not going to spend $300 for a card in Cyborg. And Desaad. Why are they so cool? Really, probably DC's finest action figures. Oh. Awesome. Fantastic. When you look at the superpowers, the Mego figures of the 70s kind of portray a romantic ideal of what the character should look like. You know, they're inaccurate representations, but they're good enough. The superpowers were dead on. You know, for example, this Captain Marvel. Just the simple fact that they took the time, look at that cape, isn't that beautiful? To get it right, to give him his hood. These are just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful figures. And I bought most of these on the card as a kid, and I just saved them. I did cut the cards, folks. Sorry about that, but you know what? Toys are meant to be played with. Yada, yada, yada. Had to show Aquaman. Good stuff.